On July 25th, the Seattle Chamber Music Society is holding an event that sounds both unique and delicious. Tasting Notes 2 is a one-night fundraising event that combines live music with culinary magic. It's the brainchild of chef and food writer Kenji Lopez-Alt and co-hosted by James Ennis, the artistic director of the Chamber Music Society. So today we're going to listen to beautiful music and cook, but one at a time. And first up is a New Day Seattle favorite, Kenji Lopez-Alt.
How you doing?
So good. I'm trying, to relax now with my posture now that I got that weighted vest off.
I've got a 35-pound toddler who insists on riding on my shoulders.
So there you go.
Yeah, we should just hand out toddlers to people.
Hey, that sounds more fun. They'd keep me more entertained on my walk than my weighted vest. Okay, you are co-hosting this event and you're going to show me something delicious to make today, right? So what are we making?
Yeah, so we're going to make some Mapo tofu. This is, traditionally it's a Sichuan dish from China. It came to Japan in the 70s. Actually, can you start by get that oil in the wok here? Yeah, we got our wok preheated.
Okay, we gotta get it going.
So this dish it's from China, Sichuan province, and it came to Japan in the 70s. Actually, did you ever watch Iron Chef?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so Iron Chef Chen Kenichi, who's Iron Chef China, his father is actually the person who brought Mapo tofu to Japan. So my mother is Japanese, and she learned this dish when she was younger in the 70s, and then when she moved to the U.S. in the 80s, she started cooking this for us, for me and my sisters, my two sisters.
So kind of comfort food a little for you?
Yeah. So she learned the Japanese version of this dish, and then she lived in New York. We all lived in New York growing up, and we lived up in Morningside Heights, which at the time was a sort of a meat packing area. There's a lot of butcher shops around there, and my mom. I remember we used to stop at the stoplights, and there was one guy who would want to wash your windows, and then one guy who would try and sell you ground beef out of a cooler. So my mom, raising 3 kids, bought a lot of that cooler ground beef, and so beef made its way into a lot of our dishes growing up, including this one. So we've got.
So we're browning it there.
Yeah. So could you add the scallions in there also?
Oh, the scallions, all of them.
All of them, yeah. You can
all
go
of
right
them,
ahead.
Chef? I feel like I'm on Top Chef right now. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, you can go right ahead. Add all the scallions, and you can give it a stir if you feel like it.
Yes.
All right, and meanwhile, I'm going to smash up this garlic and ginger.
Why do you, people smash it? That really, you're supposed to smash it.
Oh,
it does something?
So look, you see this coin of ginger here?
Yeah.
So when we put our knife on it and smash it, it essentially chops itself, you see?
Oh my gosh,
so
it really does.
It breaks up along the fibers, and you just need to give it a little chop to get it done.
Okay, you sold me on it. I've just always wondered if that was more for show or...
But this is one of those dishes that it was my favorite dish growing up. And now it's, I've got 2 kids, and now it's my kids' favorite dishes. It's one of these things where it's really simple. We're going to make it all live right here. Really simple, comes together really quick, not too many ingredients, and kids love it, adults love it.
I can't wait to try.
Yeah.
And tell me about this amazing event too that you're having, cooking and music. How did you think about this?
Well, so I grew up playing violin.
Oh.
So both me and my sisters grew up playing violin, and this is just a little bit of soy sauce, and we put in some chili sauce in there as well.
Chili sauce, okay.
Yeah, and then some Japanese mirin. So typically this would be made with Chinese rice wine, but my mom made it with mirin. Sometimes she would add a little bit of miso in there as well. But so I grew up playing violin, and it was always a passion of mine. And in fact, I grew up going to a lot of these sort of chamber music parties. I was one of those dorky kids who went and played music with their friends for fun all night. Pulled out the violin, and we'd sleep over and we'd play music until 4 a.m. And those were always sort of my funnest nights. And then when I moved to Seattle in 2020, it turned out some of my old friends who I used to play chamber music with, who went on to become professional musicians, would play at this festival every summer, the Seattle Chamber Music Festival. And so when I found out about the Seattle Chamber Music Society, they invited me to a few of their open to the public chamber music parties where folks can sign up and you can go and play with these amazing world-class musicians at their headquarters. And so I went to a few of those events. I gained a real love for all the folks there. I met a lot of new people. Including James, who's now a great friend of mine. And so a few years ago when John Holloway, who's the director, he asked me if I'd consider doing some kind of dinner and music event, for a small group. And I said, well, instead of doing a dinner and music event, why don't we just do like a full for a small group? Why don't we do a full show for an auditorium full of people? It'll give us a chance to highlight some of the chefs in Seattle. It'll give us a chance to highlight the musicians of the Seattle Chamber Music Society. And I think it'll be a fun, essentially for me, it was a real selfish thing, is I wanted to combine sort of my two greatest passions and have an opportunity to go up and play with some of these musicians. Because never in my life did I imagine that, once I became a cook, I didn't imagine that. I thought I was leaving my music career behind. So it's really wonderful that it's led me to this place where I can now collaborate with some of the greatest musicians in the world and bring this sort of live multi-sensory show. For me, music and food, they both have a lot of things in common. They're both these sort of, they're both in a sense a craft and also an art, form of artistic expression. But they're also these things where, if I want to get to know a culture, I want to eat eat a meal with the people. I want to go listen to music with the people. So they're, I think of all the arts, they're the ones that we sort of normal people participate in the most. Everybody eats every day. Everybody hears music every day. And so to bring those two things together into sort of one space and really explore the connections between those things it's just bringing together my two passions. Yeah.
So cool. You added tofu in there, and then what did you just add in?
Yeah. So this was a cornstarch slurry. So so in there we put in some water, some soy sauce, some mirin, which is a Japanese sweet rice wine. We put in some firm silken tofu, and then just a little bit of a cornstarch slurry to sort of thicken it up. And that's essentially done now.
That's
so we're
it? So I get to
really,
taste?
really simple.
Oh my gosh. And while you're plating up for me, tell me about some of the chefs that are going to be at Tasting Notes too.
Right. So we have some of Seattle's greatest chefs. So we have Renee Erickson, who is the chef at The Whale Winds, Bateau, Westward, a whole number. She's one of the most prolific chefs in Seattle. So she'll be there. We have Lee Kindell, who's the man behind Moto Pizza.
Oh yes.
And he's going to be making pizza for the entire audience. So everybody who comes gets to have some Moto Pizza. We've got Kelly Van Arsdale, who is the owner of Spinnaker Chocolate. Let's taste this.
I know. Let's taste it. Oh.
I love it.
I can see why your kids and everyone are upset. This is amazing. I would have never thought like the beef and the tofu, but everything is just so fantastic. I'm stealing this from you.
So Kelly Van Arsdale, he's a chocolate maker. There's also going to be chocolate for everybody in the audience. So last year at Tasting Notes, we broke the world record for largest simultaneous chocolate tasting, and this year we're going to break it again.
Oh wow!
So yeah, everybody in the audience will be tasting chocolate, and then we also have Kevin Smith, who's the butcher at Beast and Cleaver up in Ballard.
Yes.
He's going to be breaking down a whole pig live on stage while the music plays, and we're going to sort of explore the anatomy of a piece of chamber music and explore the anatomy of a pig.
Kenji, I'm mind blown right now, both by your dish, by your passions with everything with Tasting Notes 2. Thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And Tasting Notes 2 will be Friday, July 25th, all part of the Chamber Music Festival. You'll find ticket information on the Chamber's website. That's going to be one delicious night of music for sure.